A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant policy shift, the Metropolitan Police Department, MPD, in Washington, D.C. has announced that officers will now assist federal immigration authorities by sharing information about individuals not in police custody and by transporting federal immigration agents and detained individuals. This new directive, signed by Police Chief Pamela Smith, was published on August 14, 2025, and marks a departure from the department's previous stance on cooperation with immigration officials. Under the previous policy, local law enforcement was restricted from sharing information regarding individuals in custody with federal immigration agents. However, this change raises questions about the future of DC's status as a sanctuary city, which is designed to limit local cooperation with federal immigration enforcement. It's important to note that while the new order allows for limited collaboration, it does not change existing DC laws that prohibit police from checking an individual's immigration status through databases or arresting individuals solely for being in the U.S. illegally. The Sanctuary Values Amendment Act, passed in 2020, grants the MPD autonomy from immigration enforcement. The backdrop of this policy change is the increased federal presence in D.C., including the deployment of National Guard troops to combat rising crime and homelessness. This federal intervention has been met with mixed reactions, with some residents supporting the increased law enforcement presence while others, particularly Democrats, have voiced strong opposition. D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser had previously attempted to repeal the sanctuary city status, but her efforts were thwarted by the D.C. Council. The new order allows MPD officers to assist federal agents during traffic stops and provide transportation for immigration officials and detained subjects. However, officers are explicitly instructed not to inquire about immigration status solely for the purpose of enforcing civil immigration laws. The recent escalation in arrests, particularly those involving individuals in the country illegally, has been linked to the federal government's crackdown on crime in the nation's capital. FBI Director Kash Patel reported that over 140 arrests have occurred since the federal police presence was heightened, with many of those arrests being related to immigration status. Critics of the federal takeover argue that it is unnecessary and unlawful, pointing to statistics that show violent crime in D.C. is at a historic low. D.C. Attorney General Brian Schwalb has voiced concerns about the implications of the federal intervention, asserting that there is no crime emergency in the district. Proponents of the new policy, including some Republican lawmakers, have praised the move as a necessary step to enhance public safety in D.C. As the situation continues to develop, the implications of this policy change on local communities and the broader immigration debate remain to be seen. The city's residents are left to navigate the complexities of this evolving landscape as law enforcement practices adapt to the pressures of federal oversight and local governance. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.